I'm explaining. I swear, if this is the clip that goes around, like he didn't have legs or arms.
He didn't have legs or arms?
And he was a diver, so like mad kudos to him.
How did he swim?
That's neither here nor there. Okay, let me finish, please. The person running the TikTok obviously has their arms because they're able to like type everything. You know what I mean? Like they're not the ones competing without arms and legs.
It's not like the athletes being like, oh, upload this video
with this funny
so
sound.
funny.
I don't know if I can find them funny if it's allowed.
Okay, because I will say Anthony saw it and he said he couldn't sleep for a week.
Did he actually?
And he likes horror movies.
And Anthony watches like everything.
What does he like?
I think I'm about to tell you, I can't go.
Bit my lip. Just broke every podcast listener's ears.
I literally bit my lip.
And that was my fault?
Yes!
Quite literally.
What it literally was.
You bit your own. I didn't bite your lip. Welcome back to Sibling Therapy. We took a little bit of hiatus,
A little
but
tiny bit.
For good reasons.
we're back. And if you're watching this as a video podcast, you'll see why we're back and it took so long.
We have a new set.
Ta-da! So now we are official, and there's truly no turning back from this because we spent a lot of money making this room look good. So please listen to all of it and don't skip the ads.
Okay, but
Please.
the first couple episodes were just kind of to like get our bearings, you know, get a feel for it, and we got really good feedback from it, which is why we're making this official that the Scories are now podcasters and video makers and product developers. We're a lot of things, but now we can add podcasters to the reservoir.
Single for Eden. That is something she is chronically for the rest of her life.
We're just jumping right back into that.
Then we say anything on the side of the podcast. I was going to say, if you were watching it visually for the last couple episodes, it wasn't even a podcast set. It was a set left over from like a different video. So it's fun to be in a fresh new room that's specifically for the podcast.
I also slurped while you were talking.
Yeah, you
so
did that
sorry.
intentionally. So I was ignoring you. Did you spill it on your shirt
I
for bad
did.
karma?
I have a gold on my shirt.
And if you are listening and you don't care about any of the visuals, because it is a podcast after all, you might notice with your ears that we all have our own microphone.
Yeah!
I'll give a quick rundown. If you're listening, it's a pink background with blue arches, white couches. Yeah.
Teal.
I would not call this
I
blue.
would say like
I would
seafoam
say-
green.
Yes.
What the millennial?
What the sumo?
I also feel like that's a millennial perspective that podcasts have to be audio. Like for me, when I think of podcasts, I think of video.
I said for the audio listeners.
Cause you're like, cause it's a podcast. But like for me, like a
what do-
podcast
what-
is video.
What do you guys do more, listen or watch?
I listen.
I watch.
I mean,
watch.
it depends. But some of the podcasts I listen to don't have videos.
Right, but I just mean like.
But I
from
mean,
Are they
your-
ran by millennials?
No. But I'm genuinely curious because I talked to someone and they legitimately, when I said that I watch a podcast, they were like, "How
Who
do
is this?
you?"
Name drop.
No.
Come up with the name so I know who they
No.
are.
It just was at a conference once. I was talking to someone about podcasts, and then they were like, "I've never watched a podcast, but I didn't realize that."
I will occasionally watch podcasts if I feel like visually it's going to be funny. Like if I know it's someone who's very like expressionate or like that there's going to be things I'll be like, oh, I want
Depends.
to watch this. But if like podcasts are long, I'm not going to sit down for an hour to watch it.
I feel like it's more of an attention thing.
I also
I
feel
watch
like
for like 30 minutes at a time.
I will say also, I feel like most of the podcasts I watch are from YouTubers who were people that made videos. Like, I don't have a lot of podcasts that didn't transition over that. So I think I get a bit of like nostalgia being able to like sit down and watch them. Like, full transparency, Alicia Marie and
knew that's what you were
the
gonna say.
Zane, like, and them, oh my God, like basically Unfiltered, whatever their podcast is, that is my like wind down. That's my safe space.
Your wine down?
Like, if I like end of the day and I actually want to watch
Oh,
something,
I
like,
thought like you get your wine and your cheese, vegan cheese in podcast time.
I mean, yes.
Well, you guys can't see if you're listening. Anyways, we've got a lot to go over. We got Eden won a tournament. We're gonna get into that. She is a champion.
I'm a state.
Whoa!
jumped it up. I'm a
Big jump.
state
Big
champion.
jump.
I'm technically I won in the state of Arizona, so some might say.
You also won in the world, but that doesn't make you a world champion.
Well,
It's
if
about
you win
perspective.
the Super Bowl, you're world champion.
Okay, but
Which
I
is
meant-
stupid.
I am a official medalist champion.
Yes.
Yeah, but we're not getting into that now. Gabriella has some exciting info. I have a new podcast segment that y'all are gonna hate or love. We'll
Did
see.
you say I have exciting info?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes, you
Is this
do.
news to you?
I think it's about what's
Apparently.
upcoming this week, if I had to guess.
Probably.
Oh, yes,
Okay, apparently
very
it's not that exciting because you forgot.
No,
about
it's
it.
very exciting.
But before we hop into it, I'm really bummed because we filmed 2 podcast episodes that we didn't get to post. This is episode 6. Okay, we
Yes.
filmed up to episode 8,
Yes.
and it was really funny. We had like a whole bit where I was dead, and they read my like obituary.
That
and they,
one
like,
never
roast-
went up?
No, which we need to redo that because it was so funny.
Was that because of the audio?
Yeah, and then Eden is like chronically Snapchatting all the time. So she was like Snapchatting and dropped her phone and then unplugged the mic.
I was not Snapchatting on the podcast. That is 100. I might have been fiddling with my phone as like, but I've never pulled out my phone and took a Snapchat.
No, didn't you
while
get
we're
a
filming.
notification and you swiped out of it or something?
No, I think it's when we were doing the.
No, you dropped it on the floor and then it
How is-
unplugged.
okay, but what is that? Like, don't make it seem like I was intentionally like.
No, you didn't. And we didn't have the background. We didn't like the
There
background.
was just a lot going on. So we were filming some episodes. We decided not to post them. And now we are here with better, brand new content.
And we learned from it.
Exactly.
Yep.
But that is a pet peeve of mine is like Eden's generation and her Snapchatting. Like we're literally in an Uber with our friends. And then they pitch black outside. They pull out their phone and they're just like snapping in the back. And like the flash is just illuminating the entire car. And Eden does this while I'm driving and I'll just be driving. And then like it's nighttime, we're on the highway. And then she's like, and then it just like explodes in the car.
I'm not going to lie. It is an ick.
Okay.
Like, it is.
And it's just like the sound, the old
Just
sound.
Snapchat.
The old sound of like cameras like that's what it feels like when she does it.
Okay, but didn't you say that you are potentially, and I have a question with this because Gen Z is starting to get like old. I'm just going to say that.
I'm turning 24 in 2 weeks.
And now Gen Alpha is like the new
They're
generation.
the cool kids on the block.
But I feel like this was my sign that like maybe you're starting to get old. Was you said potentially you're deleting Snapchat?
Yes. Okay, but in full transparency, I would be doing that because I had a friend delete Snapchat
Okay.
and I saw how much better it was for her not having Snapchat and like seeing her perspective on things shift genuinely, like even no, but like in a serious sense.
I thought you said something else.
Oh, but
What? I'm
What?
confused. I missed
know.
it.
He's
the way
like
she
getting
said
her.
shift just had a little bit of an emphasis to it.
Okay. But genuinely, when she deleted it, I gave up watching people's stories on Snapchat. So I still like send pictures to my friends, but I
She
don't.
said that like it was Lent and they gave up meat. She said, I gave up watching their
No,
stories.
but I realized that like how obsessed I was
Yeah.
with seeing what like all my friends were doing
Right, like there's just no
24/7.
purpose
And
to
that
it.
was the
Right.
thing. It's like for Instagram, I feel like people still upload for the sake of like aesthetics and like wanting to curate to people's like algorithm and stuff. Versus Snapchat, I genuinely feel like people just upload to try to make other people jealous
Well,
of their lives.
there goes our Snapchat brand deal opportunities.
But no,
Thanks, Eden. I still love you, Snapchat.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, I still like sending photos to my friends. And
But
again,
it's just like there's a performative element
Yes.
where it's like, oh, I'm only posting on my stories to show you that you're not at this party and that you
Right.
weren't invited and we're having so much fun.
and like I hear from people where like they will upload stories all night long, and then I'll be like, "How was it?" And they'll be like, "Oh, I hated it. I didn't want to be there." And I'm like, "Well, your story didn't make it
Right.
look like that." I'm
That's
like,
very valid.
And also, sorry, but the explore page is really weird. I
You
actually
said
clicked
that,
on
I
it.
didn't even like. I never
It's
even been
really
on the
weird.
explore page.
Like it'll be
Little
people
freaky.
like eating whole eggs and like it's just
Ew.
weird. Yeah.
What the heck?
No,
It's
What
strange.
the fuck? Can you laugh like that like you know what it means? Do you
I'm
know
the
what-
one who told you guys what that meant. You didn't even know what I was talking about. The first time I said it, you guys all looked at me like I was crazy. And then now you have some
Okay, I am so sorry. I see.
Also,
Stuck a nerd
I feel
with
like
you.
we need to reiterate, just for anyone if they are new, the fact that we are actually all 4 siblings. Like, if you did not know that dynamic, we are siblings.
Yes.
They could probably see that the 3 of us are siblings.
Okay,
you-
what if they're listening?
Black out your drink.
Hold it too.
No free sponsorships on this podcast.
I don't think they would not sponsor us because you accidentally had the Celsius logo.
No, she doesn't want to give that out for free.
Like, we're not like promoting it without a paycheck.
You can
So-
bleep. You can bleep that.
Yes, now they will never know what Gabrielle is drinking.
We had a delivery from Logan Paul's beverage company. I shan't say the name. They ID'd me. It wasn't even the like caffeinated stuff.
Well, they're probably just making sure it's you.
No, they're like, "Are you over 18?" I was like,
Because it was a sports drink.
Yeah, I guess
it was
so.
hydration. I don't know. And I was like, this is kind of weird. Going back to the age thing. I am older than Eden. But I feel
I
like
think that's it.
going back to the beverages. No, but I don't know. I've always felt disassociated with my age. And I think it's because
Older or younger?
younger. Like I don't feel like I'm turning 26. That's crazy to say. I was in
I
like
will
the
say-
same outfit.
As an 8-year-old?
Yes, it was crazy. We were at the tournament. I was literally in the exact same outfit, just shifted shades. Like he was wearing the darker
It
version of my
was like
outfit.
a carbon copy. I almost took a picture.
We went to the mall the other day and it was actually like the weirdest experience ever. It felt like a scene from a movie where we saw a group of 3 teenage boys pass a group of 3 12-year-old boys pass a group of 3 5-year-old boys. It was so weird. We were just like walking past.
My boy nuts.
What?
What?
My boy nuts.
What? I still can't understand.
His thing his brain hurts.
Oh,
Like, as we
I
were
thought you said
walking
something
down
else.
the mall,
He's like, my brain was.
there was a group of 3 teenage boys.
Right.
And
What the heck are we talking about? What the...
She's trying to say that there was the generational gap
Right.
between them all.
Yeah, I got
You
it.
can
Why
see
was their brain hurt?
Because
Why
there
was
was a lot of
Brain
layers to
explaining
it.
Why were there 5-year-olds walking around the mall by themselves?
They weren't 5. They were older than 5.
No, they were like playing, like their parents were watching. Okay, maybe they were 6, but they were young. But it was like weird seeing them
That's
all.
too old for their parents to be watching them play.
I think
What? At 6?
And why would they be walking?
Oh, your perspective of children is so off.
I get that
We
they're
literally-
walking, but like she makes it seem like I know where this story's gonna go, but like the 5-year-olds were like swag walking past the 12-year-olds. Continue, just continue, please.
Anyway, what I was trying to say is the group of
Oh.
12-year-olds were dressed exactly how you were dressed now.
Oh.
Okay?
Well,
I was like,
take it
Cole,
as a compliment.
Cole asked our friends when their 2-year-old was gonna start paying taxes because he could talk.
Bro, I was kidding. Oh my gosh, where were we even on about this before?
Your age.
Oh wait, but I still had a question on the Gen Alpha. Okay, what is going to be after Snapchat?
Oh,
Honestly,
maybe
if
Do
I'm
they-
being so honest,
maybe clap chat,
What? Why?
Snapchat,
Oh.
clap chat.
I
Like,
think,
what do they use?
I think we need a full factory reset.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say.
I feel
but
like they went back to texting.
Did they?
I feel like we should get
There's
rid
no
of
way.
phones.
Listen, no. I remember, for me, when I see someone else who's 25 or turning 26, you know that one Kevin Hart meme when he's like, me, myself, I'm 50. He's like, damn.
Yeah.
That's how I feel when someone else is, they're 25.
Because you feel like they feel older? Or
Dude, they
younger?
look so old. Have you seen a 25-year-old recently? Like, I can't even compete with that.
I will say, I was talking to someone once, and I legitimately thought he was 45. Like, legitimately thought he was 45. And then I was like, how old are you? And he was like 27. And I was like, oh, what?
I would never tell him that because he would probably be very offended. Like, that's really rude.
Obviously, I didn't say that. I'm just saying, I talked to someone.
So you never dated a 27-year-old?
Is there cold brew still in there?
Yeah.
Your computer is right underneath that. Cole was just vicariously balancing his cold brew on top of the mic stand.
The Guitar Center guy was like, oh wait, why do I feel like I'm glitching? I can't say my words.
Cole's cold brew is like actually making him go psychotic.
The dude
right
was
now.
like, because we bought a new thing for the podcast. He was like, you sure you don't want protection plan? Protection from spills? And I was like, no.
Cole dangling
Spills.
his.
What is everyone drinking right now? We all have a drink.
Okay, let's do a little drink
Okay,
haul.
I am drinking.
But
Ice
you
Pop.
can't say the brand.
I am drinking
And probiotic soda.
a probiotic soda with
Firecracker
0 sugar,
flavor.
and it's fire. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, Cole's drinking cold brew. Since we're saying each other's drinks.
And I feel like you're doing a good job explaining what it
I
was.
was literally saying what you were saying, just one sentence behind. I am drinking an Ice Pop zero sugar probiotic drink.
That's red, white, and blue flavored.
Ice Pop.
Firecracker.
Okay, what are you drinking, Cole?
I'm drinking chocolate cold brew.
Ooh.
Tastes like chocolate milk.
You drank chocolate milk and you threw up all over our babysitter.
I hope she remembers it.
Gabrielle, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a energy drink.
What flavor?
Arctic Blue.
Are you drinking Tyler's?
That's what I'm having.
To win!
Did you steal one, Tyler?
It was in the bag of other drinks.
We should come out with our own energy drink.
This seems like a liability.
What if it was
Called-
natural energy?
Called Spark. Because there's an S.
I love it.
Okay, but I saw. Okay, we've kind of played around with the Scories logo being a lightning bolt.
Yes.
And they sell lightning bolt cookies at Whole Foods.
Perfect. We'll just
So
buy.
wait, so
Yeah.
scratch the energy drink and do cookies instead.
But wouldn't that be so fun? Because
We
they were
can
like
sell
healthy
Whole
cookies,
Foods
and
cookies.
they were vegan and gluten free.
And if
Why
we got
did you get
we
those
got sued
cookies?
for
I
them,
know,
we
I
can just
should've.
sue Whole Foods.
right.
Do you guys want snacks from the Scories?
I want snacks.
And they could be called cookies with a K. I don't know if I like that.
But
Yeah.
that'd be called Skookies.
Isn't that?
Yeah, I don't really like that.
Cookies.
Yeah.
I want some-
We're gonna brainstorm.
Yeah, we'll workshop it.
Some cookies.
Okay, do we have another
Okay.
segment?
Moving and grooving along.
So I had a question for everyone.
yes.
Dream podcast guest.
What? I don't get it.
Let's start things off. I'll have my ex on.
You know, since we're official,
Dream podcast guest.
we should put out there who we want as our dream podcast guest.
Ooh.
Abby Lee?
Did you see that clip of her when the kid went up for a photo and he's like, "Are you Abby Lee?" And she was like, "Are you being obnoxious and annoying?"
Oh,
And he was
my
like, oh,
God.
sorry. And she was like, come here, take a
She's like,
photo.
"Come take a photo and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel."
Dang.
That's so funny. Should we okay, I was thinking about that. Since we're siblings, does everyone have to be a sibling in order
That's
to be
the
on the
prerequisite.
podcast?
That's our
I don't think
shtick.
so. I know what we need to have. The new people in How to Train Your Dragon who are gonna play the sibling.
What?
Rough Nut and Tough
the
Nut.
Guys,
live action
recently,
Rough
if
Nut
you-
and Tough Nut.
If you didn't know, Cole and I accidentally went viral for looking like the real life version of Rough Nut and Tough Nut, and we accidentally accumulated a massive How to Train Your Dragon following on Instagram.
Wait, we should leverage this when the new How to Train Your
We
Dragon
are.
Park opens.
We're gonna go.
We're gonna send
go
them the video.
and to the movie.
What if we each always had a doppelganger and just didn't acknowledge it? So we had Darman as a guest for one time. And then, who's your doppelganger?
I feel like I don't have
Yeah, I feel like not.
I mean, maybe it could be.
Like Tiffany, she kind of looks like you.
Tiffany.
Who's
Tiffany who?
Tiff-
I has Cupquake or whatever. I feel like
Yeah, but she's kind of like an older YouTuber. But I guess you kind of did look similar.
I feel like I look nothing like Tiffany. We both just have black hair.
Yeah, I don't think you have one. You're unique.
Cole's is
I have Grace from
Colby.
from what was the plane TV show where they all went down?
Oh, yeah. Everyone kept saying you look like that from, what is that show? Manifest?
Yeah,
Well, we got
Manifest.
Nora on the podcast.
I have a lot of doppelgangers. I don't want to say
Doppelgangers.
The other one has been canceled.
Unfortunately, my doppelganger. But and then Cole can be. People always say you look like Lorraine and you look like Cole.
I get Lorraine a lot.
Is it?
I think I used to look more like Lorraine when my hair was curly.
Yeah. Now it's
and
like you
upright.
don't really have the curly hair anymore.
No.
So, anyways, dream podcast guest.
Dream podcast guest.
Honestly, I would love to have Alicia Marie. She has nothing to do with her niche, other than the fact that I just love Alicia Marie.
Nice.
Also, I kind of resonate with Alicia Marie. Alicia,
on what level?
Because you both have bangs.
no. Okay, first of all, I had bangs before she did.
She copied me.
No, I don't know. She's just funny.
Eden has this thing that anytime someone gets bangs after her, she thinks that she inspired them.
Okay, first of all, I only have said that about the people who have actually outright told me or they have hung out with me and then the next day or week they've gotten bangs. Like I have literally hung out with girls, and again, I'm not like, oh my god, like I'm the only
You're
person
not
who has
gatekeeping bangs.
No, but I just mean I'm like, it's obvious that they hung out and then
Obvious?
they were like again, like, oh, that was my push to get bangs
They said,
or whatever.
let me call my hairstylist ASAP.
Just saying.
That's all crazy. Okay, well, who's the actual dream podcast guys? We didn't.
She
actually.
said Alicia Marie.
Okay, well, what about you guys?
I'd say Jojo Siwa.
Honestly,
JoJo would
yes.
be pretty funny.
And I feel like it'd be a good fit.
I feel
Oh,
like
wait.
okay.
Like child star, you know,
I
like
have a
same
new
sort
one.
of younger audience that grew up. What?
I want Billie Eilish on as my dream guest. Because she's gluten-free and vegan.
Ooh.
I know, and she has a sibling.
And
Yes.
Phineas! So only siblings allowed on
We just
sibling
have
therapy.
Billy and Phineas.
Dude, why would
Honestly,
they eat that up?
we would
though?
relate so much to them.
Oh, and they're homeschooled.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like we would like be in a room
We
with them
would.
and we would be like, guys, we are one and the same.
Clip this podcast and
Everyone tag
let's
Billie Eilish.
and
I feel like
Phineas.
Will Ferrell would be really funny. We said dream. You all laughing at my
Imagine
dream?
if Will Ferrell is just sitting in between
Right?
us.
Dude, that would be so funny. We give him a little chair.
He's like, why am I here?
We didn't say. That makes sense.
Okay, well then Taylor Swift is my,
Okay, good. As she
my
should.
dream. Did you? Oh my god.
I'm just gonna try
Okay.
to shake that comment off.
So, Travis
Did you
Kelsey's
hear
mom.
they broke up?
They did not. Travis Kelsey's mom.
There were rumors though. I
is-
saw it on a tabloid.
Let
Can
me
I
finish.
Yeah.
Travis Kelsey's mom is going to be in a Hallmark Christmas movie about football, and
Oh, wow.
It's kind of
I
iconic.
am already eating it up.
It's iconic.
So you're one of those people who are ruining the NFL because you had nothing you wanted to do with it. Now that Taylor's a part of it, you're suddenly the biggest fan.
Would I have anything to do with the NFL? I was talking about Christmas movie on the Hallmark Channel.
And football.
Yeah,
And
not the
you're eating it
NFL.
up. Listen, I'm not a huge football person.
How do we feel about Christmas in July?
I hate it. I hate it.
I don't
I
like
like
it.
It's not my favorite, and
It's
I'm
like,
a big
stick
Christmas
to the
fan.
Seasons. Like, I'm sorry, every season for a reason, but like we do not need to have those bleed over into like let every month have its own glory.
Although I
Okay,
am
so-
team Christmas right after
but that's fine because that's the season.
whatever the holiday is. That's
Halloween or
November.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving, yes.
So you don't.
Well, duh. After Thanksgiving.
But you
But
no,
some
no.
people wait until December, I feel like.
Yeah.
That
they do.
is
5
Thanksgiving.
days.
No, you're talking about Halloween, like celebrating Christmas right after Halloween versus waiting until
True,
Thanksgiving.
yes, I guess
So
you're
you
right.
forget
Thanksgiving
like
is the
November
normal
1st.
amount of
Right.
time.
Yeah.
I blend Christmas and Thanksgiving
Yes.
together
Okay.
as the holiday
That
season.
makes more sense. I was like,
Ian is moved away her microphone for the nastiest burp I've heard.
okay, so does that mean nobody wants to do Christmas in July party for grandma?
No. Oh, for grandma,
grandma,
I would,
yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Then
But not you.
after I'm murdering Saint Nicholas until I'm bringing him. That was dark.
Cole,
Whoa.
Cole just said he's gonna kill Santa Claus.
Have you guys seen the trailers for that new horror movie that just came out with Nicolas Cage?
Longlegs?
It's not Daddy Longlegs.
Oh, I
it's just
heard
Longlegs.
about it.
Wait, were those spiders even really called Daddy Longlegs?
Yes.
Were
It's-
they?
You just think you
I-
called them that?
I'm gonna Google, but
I
I'm very
asked-
scared to Google Daddy Long. I'm not gonna Google that.
I accidentally agreed to go see it before I knew what
I have
the movie
no
Wait, did you
idea
see
what
it?
movie you're talking
No, I'm
about.
supposed to see it this week.
What
And
movie?
Long Legs with
You're
Nicolas
seeing
Cage.
Longlegs?
I said you would too.
I would not see Longlegs.
You signed him up?
Okay, they are called Daddy Longlegs.
Yeah.
Yes, there was no question about that.
Wait,
And they
what's,
are
what's
one
it
of the most
about?
poisonous spiders.
They're
Well,
not poison.
they technically are, but
They
they're
just don't.
they can't bite you enough or something like that, or they don't have
Yeah.
enough.
Daddy Longlegs are one of the most poisonous spiders, but
Uh-huh.
their fangs are too short to bite humans.
Yeah.
Suckers. What's the movie about?
It's like a psychological thriller
Oh,
about
Okay,
like
but there's a twist to
about
it.
spiders?
yeah.
There's a twist.
Should I read the synopsis?
Technically, the twist though is a spoiler, so I don't know if we should say what the twist is.
Should I
No, but
read
you
the
find out at the
synopsis?
beginning of the movie.
Then is it really a twist or
No,
is it
okay.
Spoiler alert right now. If you're gonna see Long Legs, this is your warning.
But it's not, at least what I'm talking about. The twist about it is that in all the promo, they haven't shown what he actually looks like.
Isn't
You
it
don't,
Spider?
Nicolas Cage?
yeah, and you don't get to know until you see the movie.
And he's,
And he's a spider.
You don't know. He could
There's
be.
nothing to do with a spider in this movie.
But apparently it's really scary.
It
Why
is
does he have
just
such long legs,
Long
though?
legs. There's no spider.
Like
This is not
Slender Man?
Spider-Man. It's just Nicolas Cage who is like a
Has
murderer.
really long legs? Why are they showing?
Okay.
Do you ever see his face? It's just his legs the entire time.
Anyways,
I
I'll
wanna-
let you guys know how it is.
I want to see
His first name is Daddy, last name Long Legs.
I want to see the movie with Channing Tatum. That's like a psychological.
Wait, why did we not
Thriller?
talk about what the Long Legs is about?
We literally just did.
Nobody's seen it yet. All we know is the twist.
What's the twist?
That you don't know what he looks like.
But you made it seem like you knew what the twist was.
That was the twist. You don't know what he looks like. That's why it's so
I gotta
scary.
Google this.
Google it after. We're
On
we're
your
not
own
going to do
time.
this. Cole's out here like eating Snapchats during the podcast.
Are you gonna want to see it? If I describe what he looks like,
No. Well, first of all, I already know what he looks like, and second of all,
how is this a spoiler?
I'm not gonna lie. I definitely did watch like most of the movie online, just from the clips on TikTok.
Like
I
you
didn't like pirate the
pre-looked.
movie,
Wait,
but I had to know what the
You
series
just watched
parts
somebody
were.
else pirate it.
She's like, I didn't pirate it, but there was a girl in Zimbabwe who recorded the whole thing.
Why does he look like he's like a Botoxed person?
Anyways, moving on.
Who started this tangent? 'Cause now I'm stuck on it.
Can we move on?
Why does he look like that?
Cole, move on.
We will get the official review in the next episode.
Eden will tell us all about
When
it.
Eden sees it.
You're not going to see it?
No, I
not committing
hate,
to
like,
it?
psychological movies like that.
Okay, because I will say Anthony saw it and he said he couldn't sleep for a week.
Did he actually?
And he likes horror movies.
And
No, see,
Anthony
I'm
watches like
scared.
everything.
He's gonna sleep for a week.
think
What does he look
I
like?
think I'm about to tell Harry I can't go. He literally was like, "You'll be fine," and I was like, "I really don't
Anthony
think
watches like every movie ever. So
If that's what
He
Anthony
said it
said-
messed him up.
Yeah, I'm not saying it. Stop it, Harry.
Harry, we can see Despicable Me.
Yeah, he kind of looks kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not even about what he looks like.
it's like
It's
what-
the story.
Right. Like, what is he doing? What's
Why
the,
are
like,
his legs so long?
Why are his legs
why
like that?
wasn't he on the cover of Vogue?
I think I screenshotted someone's reaction like to it, and then I just
Someone's
This is
screaming.
FBI agent Lee Harkers is assigned to solve an unsolved serial killer case that takes an
Ooh.
unexpected turn, revealing evidence of the occult. What's the occult?
It's like
devil.
scary.
Supernatural, mystic, magical beliefs. Harker discovers a personal connection to the killer. It must happen before she. So it's like romance mixed with horror movie.
No, I didn't say he had a romantic connection.
Not like a spark.
Oh, like she knows him.
Yeah, like, oh my god,
Oh.
it's my dad, or like it's my
Oh.
uncle.
Or like she used to work at the store I did.
Thought she's like
We went to high
conflicted.
school together.
She's like, I know who it is, but I love him, Daddy. I love him.
Anyways, maybe I won't be seeing it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry about
don't
that.
come back for your review unless we
Anyways.
have Harry on the podcast, and Harry can tell us about the movie.
Harry would eat up a segment on the podcast.
Yeah, he would be really good.
He'd be like,
You guys might know him. He was in our prom video. Our prom.
Is
murder
Harry your
mystery.
dream podcast guest?
like,
No, sorry. Harry.
Well, anyways, I don't really know how to go to that to Gabrielle's big news.
My big news.
Maybe the news is she's going on vacation from this conversation.
I'm just sailing away to Hawaii.
No, bro, if she goes to see Long Legs and then just ruins her Hawaii vacation because she can't sleep. She's going to
Every time we're,
Hawaii.
like in a jungle. I'm like, he's here.
Nick-
He's with us.
Nicolas Cage.
Yes, I am going to Hawaii, and I could not be more excited. I am looking forward to I think I'm there for 6 days. 6 days of bliss, Hawaiian bliss.
Make sure you look out for huma 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 nuka wa waka 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 ni poo huma 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 nuka wa ooh I wanna waka 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 ni poo.
I was
In
gonna
case
say
you guys are wondering,
80% of the way there.
that was not cultural appropriation. That was the deleted scenes from High School in the musical. Sharpay's Huma Huma Nuka Nuka Apua song. What?
It's just high school music.
Oh my god.
Just like you guys see the movie High School the musical.
But that also
not to be
fits.
confused with just the movie High School.
Okay, to be fair, there's High School, the musical, the series. So you're like the musical.
High School musical, the musical.
Okay, anyways, she's going to Hawaii. We're very excited for you, and I feel like you should tell them if you're going to do some of these things we're going to list.
Okay,
Are you going to eat a coconut?
probably yes.
it's yes or no.
Okay, yes.
and we're gonna compare this once we get
Come
back.
back to the notes.
Are you going to climb for your own coconut?
No.
Okay, so you're going to go to this sacred Hawaiian place and you're not going to gather the coconuts how they're supposed to be gathered.
They actually take all the coconuts off the tree there because they fall on people's heads. So they import the coconuts in or have it on a private growing facility.
All I know is one of the tours said you get free coconuts.
You have stake in the company.
And the coconut facility is actually mine.
Are you going to see sea turtles?
Hopefully.
Are you going to touch the sea turtles?
No.
No, we're
Don't
not.
touch the wildlife.
Illegal. How far away from sea turtles do you have to be?
100 feet.
What's your reasoning for that?
Because they're scary.
100 feet?
Because they're scary?
You just can't touch them.
Try 10 feet. And
what?
I'm glitching again.
That's too much.
I
That's
can't
too much
find the
dead
words.
space. I could hear the viewers clicking off.
Okay. What else on the agenda?
The agenda is a sunset catamaran cruise.
Wow.
So fun. And then a clear
Flash
bottom.
forward to what it's actually going to be like, which is you sitting on that thing as waves crash over you.
Oh my gosh, have you seen that TikTok?
I was on it. That was
You're on a
me.
TikTok?
That was me.
Ours
No.
didn't do
But that's
that.
what it
Ours
was like.
So relaxing.
Oh no, mine was like people were screaming and like holding on to this thing as
Oh.
waves were like pushing.
But
you.
was yours specifically like a sunset one? Because mine was like sunset, live entertainment, cocktails.
Yeah, because the
think they can
ocean
control
chills
it?
down.
Well, they control how fast the boat goes.
But it was fun. It was like a roller coaster.
We got stuck on ours.
A Hawaiian roller coaster ride.
We did. We got stuck on our catamaran. Do you remember that? They had to turn it off and let us drift back for like 30 minutes because a huge pod of dolphins appeared. And we
Okay, well you weren't stuck. Like I mean, like your boat
That,
didn't
that
break.
wasn't also the catamaran.
Okay, what? Everyone like to just critique the story. We had to turn off the. I mean, again, like we were technically like it wasn't like our boat.
Oh,
Somebody's phone is ringing.
Dude, it's my computer.
pick it up.
Oh.
Pick it up.
I can't because I'm
Answer
plagued
it for
with
the
spam
class.
calls. They're all. I literally probably get.
Wait, should we do a
10
Should I
prank?
do my thing?
Yeah.
No, they hung up.
Oh.
Anyways, what else are you gonna do? in
If you
Hawaii?
don't know, I prank call spam callers.
Are you gonna go to a luau?
No luau's.
No luau's.
But we are going to do a lot of hiking, which is going to be really fun. And then a helicopter tour, which is going to be really, really fun. And then I think I was saying it, but a clear bottom kayaking and snorkeling. So that'll be really nice. And water slides. Our
Wow.
hotel has a lot of water slides. So I'm excited.
I'm excited for you guys. I love Hawaii. I want to go back. Well, now I'm sad that I'm not going to Hawaii.
Honestly, I want a vacation. We did so much travel in June that was not vacationing that I'm like, I'm ready. I really want to go to Bali.
You deserve a vacation.
Thank you.
You've been working hard,
Thank you.
especially in pickleball.
Yeah.
Just serving up the dubs, kicking her opponents in the butt,
Yep.
and you won. Silver.
Ayo! You guys, I was like 3 points away from taking it all.
6.
No, it was
11-5 last.
it was an 11-5.
Girl, we can pull up the duper.
Let's pull up the duper.
Get your phone out.
Anyway, it was just the match. I put all the little things.
So you entered a tournament. Who'd you play with?
I played with my pickle. I like how cool, and I have the same partner. Harry, who is very good at pickleball, and we did
Is he hairy?
Is he Harry? What kind of question is that, Cole?
Hell, his name's Harry.
Like, who asks that?
I'm asking for the viewers.
Anyways, my friend Harry and I did a mixed doubles tournament, and it was my highest division that I've ever competed
Nice.
in. And we took home silver, which is second place. And before that, we beat every
That's
single
typically
team.
what silver is.
Well, like, if people don't know the
Yeah.
rankings.
Okay.
I might not know sports.
Okay.
I had never done sports before, so this was my first like medal that I got in competing, I guess. And I know it's just for fun; it's like recreational or whatever. But
No, you were still competing. It wasn't rec because you were literally competing.
oh yeah, I guess
Yeah.
you're right.
I have a
It
question.
wasn't just for fun.
Ask away.
How do you get one of the big trophies?
They don't have those usually for pickleball tournaments.
Yes,
No,
they do.
They do for the bigger one. I feel like the bigger the entry fee, the bigger the
Yes,
trophy.
that's
that what it is?
Yeah.
So okay, because
So
I
you
paid
have to pay
like,
more?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I paid like $60 for this one.
Are you going to try to get a trophy next? Is that what's next?
Probably not, but I'm content with where I was and how I played.
It's kind of like the turkey trots. What do I feel like I'm hearing something? Weird.
Is this long legs getting a hold of you?
What do you hear?
Like it sounds like someone's talking, but like it's
Okay. Literally,
Is the
what the
podcast
heck?
haunted?
Don't you hear that? You look too.
Well, only because I saw it for a second. Who? Why don't we finish your sentence?
That like for the turkey trot, like if you do like
You bit my lip.
just broke every podcast listener's ears.
I literally bit my lip.
And that was my fault?
Yes,
Quite
you
literally.
It literally was.
You bit your own. I didn't bite your lip.
What is wrong with you?
Hey, what were you saying?
I don't want to say it anymore. I already tried saying it twice.
I Ian brutally interrupting you.
Okay.
What were you saying?
I said that it's the same thing with like the turkey trots. Like if you pay for a lower level turkey trot, you don't get anything. But if you pay more, you can get like the medals or like the trophies.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it is.
So I always thought the bigger the trophy, the bigger the tournament. But you're saying the more you pay, the more you get.
Yes.
I guess so.
I'm hearing the voices again.
I
I think
know
it's
what
us.
it is. It's coming through the headphones.
Oh.
Why didn't I hear
Thank
that?
God it wasn't Nicolas Cage. Thank God.
She's like, hello.
Oh, I'm here to find the national treasure.
Dream podcast, guys.
But only
I would like Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas
Hey,
Cage as Daddy Longlegs character.
We need to.
It's not Daddy.
We're here with Daddy Longlegs, Nicolas Cage. It's actually just Longlegs. Bro.
Oh wait,
You
so,
think any?
so
I'm.
he's not a spider?
I literally said 4 times.
Did you think
that
he
there is
literally
nothing
was?
to do with spiders.
Oh my
I literally
God.
said that like 4 times. I was like, and just to be clear, there's no spiders in the movie. I was like, it is not spider. Oh.
Do you- I'm not gonna go there.
It took me a second to get that.
We need to dive deep into this pickleball thing, because while we were there, Eden gained a new arch nemesis.
I did.
Who?
Yeah, the guy you were playing against in the finals.
Oh.
You couldn't stop scathing about him once you were done playing.
Okay, here's the thing. Harry and I, like, we won every single one of our matches, but there's something to be said.
Sorry.
You okay?
There's a daddy longlegs in my throat.
There
That's
is
actually a fear of mine.
We're not diving into that. There is something to be said. The fact that we beat everyone in our division and they came up to us after and were still like happy and in a good mood.
Oh, yeah.
And every person that this opposing team played literally had such a like hatred for that team after. Like they were like, they were so rude. Like
Right.
he was so mean.
Just like no sportsmanship.
Yes.
Well,
and
it's
like
not the girl, it's the guy.
no, the girl is fantastic. Like she was amazing, but her partner that she
Was
got
just like
paired with,
so rude.
he was so rude. He literally just gave off like toxic male. Like I literally
It was
You're like,
what was her name?
relax.
Like Bianca from Wednesday.
what?
In Wednesday when they were sword fighting.
Um
And she was like the mean one.
You're
I'm
saying
talking
he
about a
was like
guy.
Bianca?
No, right, but in the situation, she
Oh.
wasn't
This was
very
Eden's-
sportsmanly.
I also didn't watch Wednesday.
Oh, then you wouldn't know.
But regardless, we were playing the match and then he started like getting annoying and then like I had literally hit a ball, which again I still do not think was going out. Maybe it was. Like that happens. And I literally hit it and then missed it. And he literally was like, oh, and it was going out. She hit a ball that was going out. And again, I'm like, we're in like a tournament.
And he was like, let's wrap this up so we can get lunch.
No, like literally was like he was, and then so then like Harry started getting mad too, and then like he had hit a shot, and then like I had kind of like slammed it down on like the other opponent or whatever, and Harry literally was like, "Let's go!" Like he was getting latched, and I literally wanted to be like, "Guys, this is not being environment that I
You're like,
wanted."
Can we all? That's like it for the movie Challengers. It was just so funny because it was like such an intense movie, and like they were playing at like a really low level tennis like tournament, but it was just like funny that they're being so dramatic about it. But it just reminds me of that where you're just kind of like, okay, like this is like a like basic tournament. Like,
Yeah.
like we're not here to like go to
No,
the
literally.
Olympics or
What
like
was that?
Wimbledon.
I thought it
Don't
was
like this
state.
one, it feels cracking. What?
I said I thought this was a big one. It was the state tournament.
State tournament.
Something like that. But yeah, so it was I just personally, I'm like, at the end of the day, like I get competitiveness, but there's also such a thing as like good sportsmanship.
What?
Sorry, it was an
A little
intrusive.
giggly.
An intrusive
Let it
musical
out.
theater moment.
Okay.
Well, you said at the end of the day. I said at the end of the day, it's another one coming. It's from Lame Us. That's okay.
Oh.
So
what I
if
thought.
you're ever in a sport, and even like the fact that the people were low key like staying to support Harry and I, and like they were disappointed that we lost, goes to show how much of a bad taste he left in literally
Just like the general audience.
everyone. Like the people we had played, like they were like, we were rooting for you guys, and they were
They
like,
said, "Get revenge
"You
for
He
all
was
of
kind of
us."
annoying.
He just, it's just like
If
I
I
don't
was
know.
playing with him, I probably would have tried hitting him with the ball a couple of times.
Well, I feel like they
That's
need,
allowed, by
like
the way.
in soccer, how you can get like carded for being like unsportsmanly.
Yeah.
I think they need that for like every sport.
honestly.
Be like,
You should
oh,
be the change
a
for
little
that.
bit of a yellow card there. Unnecessary comment.
Do they have referees? Referees? What are they called? I don't know anything about
in
sports, so I
higher up
can't
ones,
contribute to
they
this.
do.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
did
really?
do a tournament that they had a ref and they called the score. They would like call
But they don't
the
have
shot.
any at yours.
Not like official. There was like a girl walking around who would kind of like watch,
Okay.
but
So I feel like, especially for any sport where like you're relying on someone calling out,
yeah.
like that you
Well,
would need
if there's an actual prize, they do. But like, we're talking
Okay.
about
A medal.
a medal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Nicholas Cage.
Daddy like is here.
They're like,
They're like, what? They're like, did they just call Nicolas Cage Daddy Long Legs?
Laugh out loud. Yeah. So, anyways, now I have my little arch nemesis in pickleball.
Yeah, at lunch, Ian was like, I hate that guy's face. I hate the way that he looks.
okay, wait, I have one question. Like, you know how after those situations, you always have like the thoughts in your head where you're like, I should have said that to him. Did any of those come up?
I can see it on her face that there's definitely something there.
No, I think just genuinely, I just like.
You didn't have a cool comeback where you wanted to say something
The
to him?
only thing he made a comment was Cole, or I think Cole or someone had asked, they were like, where do you normally play? And he said where he played. And then he was like, but I play in the peak of the heat. So, got to keep the tan up. And I almost, like, he was so pale. I almost just was like, what tan? But, like,
Wow,
that was it.
Ian, you would have roasted
But
him.
that's what I mean. I'm not like, it also was one of those things where I was like, why even, like, I knew.
Why
who
She
was,
just
bother?
wanted to
the
say it
energy.
behind his back instead of to his face.
Yeah, I just said, I was like, he just was
And the
annoying. He gave
safety
off
of
that
Chipotle.
energy.
Okay, if he was
like,
listening right now, what would you say to him?
I just would be like, you genuinely just made me like cringe.
It's like,
Said,
you
"Do
genuinely make
better."
me sick. I would literally rather eat. I don't know where I was going with that.
Well, good for you.
I tend to
Thank
make
you.
these scenarios. I'm like, what can I say that will not be over the top? And then I just stop myself.
We have a bet that if any one of us were to get canceled based off of a reel or short or something that goes viral, it would be Cole.
Probably me.
You know that sound, which I won't. Well, I guess that's PG-13, but where that sound is from when we were
That would
getting
be my badass. That one.
when we were getting dinner last night, the waiter came over and was like, "Who has the French fries?" And I
Did
was
you
be like,
say it?
and I was like, "That would be me." But like, it made me think of that, and then I bursted out laughing. It was also in a funny, goofy mood. But then
A funny, goofy mood.
I just kept thinking of that sound.
That's funny.
That was like when I was in Italy once, and then
In
I
Italy?
was ordering my like menu item or whatever. And
Were you in a funny, goofy mood?
Not yet.
She just says it in an Italian accent. Who's the positive for? She's like, is that what you my fat ass?
Is that Italian?
No, it wasn't. It was like Swedish. They couldn't
Okay.
change it.
Something we need to get better at is letting people finish their stories.
Go ahead.
But I was in Italy, and then this waiter came up, and I was literally ordering, and I was like, and I'll get a side of the olive. And as I said that, one of the waiters had elbowed me in the head, like on accident. Like he was walking past with a tray, and he bumped me, but he didn't say anything. But then, like,
Those Europeans.
I didn't say anything either. So that I was just like, can I get the olives and the side of, and then my friend Jillian just like bursted out laughing, and she was like, I'm so sorry. She, are we just gonna ignore the fact that you just got socked in the head? And then he was like, the other guy was like, oh no, and he was like, Antonio.
But did you go to France?
Antonio, was his name
Yeah, it was
Antonio, or is that
Antonio.
just the first name
No,
you thought
you
of?
can call call Julian right now. And then he literally like, brought him over, and then they like started fighting in Italian. And then he like turned to me and he was like, "Oh, madam," and he was like, "I am so sorry." And then he like went back, and I was like, "I literally just wanted olives."
You're like, "Can I just get the olives, please?"
But yeah, that was
If
funny. We
you're
joked about that a lot.
Italian, please comment down below if that was a good Italian accent or how she can improve next time she tells the olive story.
Aren't we Italian?
Yes.
Not, I mean, like a little bit.
What do you mean
We're
a little
like,
bit? Grandma's 100%
Grandma's-
Italian.
Yeah, I'm like, we have a decent amount. I mean, we have a lot of
Sicilian.
things.
It's more like Mario. Antonio.
Okay, sue me.
Cole's back on the accent.
Okay, anyways, well, this is time for the new segment because we've been going for a little bit. There's only 13 minutes left on this camera.
Okay.
Oh,
I think it's important to be able to just like purge thoughts from your mind
Oh.
when they come up.
dangerous.
So I had this segment idea called Potty Time where we flush any thoughts we need to get out of our brain.
Oh my goodness. I don't know how I feel about
And like
this.
rapidly. So my first one, the Paralympics TikTok. I don't know if I can find them funny, if it's allowed. Because it's awful. Have you seen them?
Yeah.
I haven't.
But it's
No,
like
I've only
the
seen you talk
official
about it.
Paralympics TikTok.
Explain.
Okay, so like, for example, I'm explaining, I swear, if this is the clip that goes around me. For example, they had a TikTok of like the swimmers, the divers, like he didn't have legs or arms.
He didn't have legs or arms.
No.
And he was a diver, so like mad kudos to him.
But how did he swim?
That's neither here nor there. He was, okay, let me finish, please. When he jumped off the diving board, when he hit the water, they like cut the sound out and they added like a doop, like a
It was
little.
like a water droplet.
That's funny.
But then, like, they're just like unhinged. They'll do ones where it's like there was a guy and he was blind and he was like trying to find his bike and he was like doing this with his hands to find it, but it was like dom 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 dom, like with
Like, it
piano
was
sounds,
pianos,
like it was
it's
like
like,
Mozart, and like they just do the most unhinged things.
Mhm,
But again, it's
mhm.
weird because it's like the official.
Like you don't want to feel like you're like making fun of them, but they're making jokes out of the situation.
And like I don't know how
Right.
the athletes would feel about it. Is the
Right.
thing? It's like the person running the TikTok obviously has their arms because they're able to like type everything. So like they're, you know what I mean? Like they're not the ones competing without arms
I mean,
and
it's
legs.
not like the athletes
Well,
being like, "Oh,
maybe
upload this video
with
that
this
would
funny
be so
sound,
funny."
right? Like I find that funny.
I would
versus,
imagine
like,
they have to be approved. Like I think
I don't know.
Maybe you should do some research and figure out who runs the account. Not right this second.
We need to fact check.
Okay, what else needs to be flushed from your head?
Well, anyone else can go. That's the beauty of potty time. You can sit there for a little while. You can think about it till like your feet go numb. Then when you stand up, you fall on the floor. I don't have that happen, or just me.
I think that's just you.
You never had that happen.
No, I have not.
You've never had. Have you had that happen?
No.
I literally sometimes will like, and I've been in my bathroom floor like immobilized on the floor because my legs went numb.
Oh, no, you have
Yes,
not.
I have.
Yeah. So he
How would you
talked
know?
to dad about it once. He was like, my legs gave out when I was like standing up in the bathroom, and he was like,
Okay, don't act like I was crying. I brought it up. I was fine.
He's like sobbing.
Okay, the International Paralympic Committee runs the official Paralympics TikTok account.
Okay.
The
probably
IPC
just-
says the account is run by a Paralympian who understands disability and creates unique content.
That's what I was gonna
Okay.
say. I would be like flabbergasted if it wasn't. And so like I think that they're just in the same way that Gen Z makes the most like unhinged stuff. That it's just like in that same way where they're just like we're just being funny, goofy, silly.
It's more laughing with them instead
Yeah.
of laughing at them.
What?
Were you laughing at them before?
No, but I'm just saying that's more where they're trying to come
Yes.
from.
Yes. And it just feels weird because like you're like
It is. I
they're
get
not
it.
they're no
I feel
less of a
like-
person because of it, but like the
They're-
society makes you think of it as that. They do. Don't act like that's
No,
not how.
I will say
No,
there is
I know what you
something to
mean.
be there is something to be said about you making a joke about something that you have
Yes.
versus something you don't
Right.
have. Like again,
Right.
like even like I have seen a lot of jokes about like endometriosis and stuff, and like it's just like a thing. Like it is like there's multiple jokes. Like I follow pages that kind of like
Okay.
make jokes.
Like
and
it's
poke
specific
fun at
to
it.
people that have
Right,
that.
well, right, but then like when people like it is kind of awkward when you're like, oh, okay, like you actually don't like understand the
Right, like if
pain
Cole
of it
was
or
to make like an
something.
endometriosis
Right.
joke, you'd be like,
again, it's very specific. I know
I know what you're saying. I know what you're
Yes.
saying.
I didn't want to jump into like
Please,
the mental health.
Nobody. This is our
But-
proof for we did not mean to say anything that offended. If this goes viral and we get canceled for it, don't cancel us, please.
but I feel like it does a good job. Like it obviously is hitting what they're trying to accomplish, which is a market outside of those who would like be watching the Paralympics.
Which would be who?
Like people who
Like
weren't
TikTok, like they're
Right.
reaching a
Kinda
TikTok.
like
like they're
women's
reaching
basketball.
yeah, like I mean it is like a thing. Like obviously like you watch the mainstream stuff, like, you know, like for women's basketball, for Olympics, but like for like it's usually you watch like men's basketball.
Whoa! You only watch men's
And
basketball?
the Olympics, but you do have to have more of a spotlight on the other ones for people to watch.
That's crazy. I've always been a sport of women's basketball.
Oh really? Name 5 players.
Caitlin Clark.
Mhm.
That's how say I know.
Wow. I
Okay.
bet you can name 5 male basketball players.
Oh,
And what if I couldn't?
you could though. That's the
Could
Could
point.
you name 5 women basketball players?
5 women?
Name 1 woman basketball player.
I couldn't name
Oh,
a
there
male
we go.
or a female basketball
You
player.
absolutely could name a male basketball. You literally said them the other day.
LeBron James.
Okay, there's the one.
Okay.
Why do you say it like the meme? LeBron James. Anyways, Olympics, still on the Olympics team. Is it okay to not vote for Team USA
If you're in
Yes.
the
If
United
if you're
States.
in the US? Because I was like, I think it would be fun. Okay, no, I can't. I think it would be fun to throw a party where you like come dressed up as your favorite country, and some other countries seem more fun to celebrate than the US in certain sports. You know?
Dressed up how? Like with their like in like their Olympic uniforms with
Yeah,
just,
like the flag,
country.
like you're like go France. Like if you're like,
I could see that. I feel like it depends on
no, get around. I'm gonna show up with a baguette and a little beret.
That's why I was like, what? But I do feel like there's different sports in which each country has.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, also, I just feel like naturally, again, like you're
Stuffing.
fans of people from all around the world. Like that would be like being like, oh, you can only listen to American music, but it's like, okay,
like
no,
for
but,
basketball,
people-
absolute sport for USA.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
basketball in the Olympics.
Yeah, why wouldn't
Yeah.
there be?
I don't know because they have their own basketball season.
Every other
There's
sport
all-
has their own basketball season. You think the only time they play volleyball is at the Olympics? Is that what you thought until this point?
No, but I'm just saying. I don't know what I'm saying, but
I like
can
rock
see
climbing,
that.
and that's what I'm excited for. And the rock climbers of the U.S. actually is a very good team. So
But like, if you're like, I really like the French soccer team.
French.
The French soccer team.
Maybe-
Like, I want to support the France soccer
I mean,
team.
if
Maybe
you're a fan, I
better way to do the party would become as your favorite Olympian. So that way, like, you would be able to choose.
Right. Yeah. Because
That makes more sense.
well, also if you're just generally a fan, you're a fan.
True.
Like, I
Like,
mean-
why can't we be fans of other countries?
I mean, you can, but like usually you're rooting for them in a specific sport.
I still want the USA to take home all of the medals, but like, I think this was a tangent.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Are we
Potty
done with
time,
potty time?
kind of a tangent.
It kind of is. Okay, Gabriella requested this one. What did we listen to in the car?
Yeah. Okay. This is kind of what we were talking about earlier with like the podcast. Like, but I was curious what everyone else listens to in the car, like when you're driving.
I tend to alternate between hip hop and then my own playlist.
Oh,
Slay.
what's on your playlist?
Me?
Yeah.
Like a curated playlist that you made with your favorite artists.
Yeah, like over the time. So there's a lot on there.
Do you only have one playlist?
No, but like I mostly just do like the For You. Spotify does like the For You.
Okay.
Mhm.
There's a lot of like Bleachers in there. There's a lot of like,
Solid.
you know, Noah Khan
Dominic
in
Fike.
there. Dominic Fike's in there. Like there's a lot of stuff that's just kind of mashed in there.
Nice.
I rotate.
Toby Nwigwe, really like his stuff.
I rotate between 3 things. I either rotate between music, podcasts, or audiobooks.
Mhm.
And If
the
I'm-
MPAB, MPAB,
what?
What?
music's, podcasts, or audiobooks.
Yep. I normally listen to. I like to make my own playlist. Like I probably have like 20 playlists that I circulate between.
I like listening to Eden's playlist.
Yeah. Like I really enjoy.
Those
Like
are
I
pretty
made
good.
I've started doing this where like I will pick a friend and ask them if they want a playlist, and then I make that, and then I title it "If Blank Was a Playlist."
Throwback to mixtapes.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like it's a new version of mixtapes.
Yeah.
Did you ever make a playlist for someone then you wanted to take back that playlist?
No, because again, it's not like a trade-off thing. It's not like I'm like, you owe me for this or whatever. It's like it's a gift.
Do you ever passive aggressively make someone a playlist? Like, can I make you a playlist?
Like,
all
since
the-
you've been gone.
Or like
Yeah.
do better. Like,
It's like CeeLo Green, F you. It's like all these.
Not like that, but I definitely do playlists for like moods, or if it's like a specific time that like I made a playlist like when I was going through something, or like
Okay, wait. I'll say an emotion, and then you say the song that goes with it, like the situation.
I
Okay.
would have to like look up a song.
So
just
you're
right off
you're
the noggin.
at Starbucks and you have the drink, and then they're out of it. What's the song that goes with that?
Hello,
Olivia
Darkness.
Rodrigo, Traitor.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a pretty good one.
Nice.
You know, they're like, you betray me.
I like that.
I like it. I like it.
Okay, what about when you're trying to rush to the airport and you're trying to get to your gate as fast as you possibly can, and you're worried you're going to be out of time?
Ooh, probably Intro by M8.
I don't know that one.
It's like this very intense,
No.
like orchestra. Or no, that's more.
I feel like it needs to be that Nicki Minaj song. That's like.
Okay, but I'm not like actually listening to that. The only other one I could think of
We
is
got 3 minutes before this card's full.
okay. I would say Dragon Racing by John Powell. from
Okay.
How to
You're,
Train Your
right, you're
Dragon.
worried you're gonna miss your flight.
It's like a very fast.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
Like not the one that's like the like fun one. That's like the like the Dragon Racing is more like
Okay. Okay.
Okay, this is a good skill.
That is a good skill.
I like it. I like it.
Gabriella wanted this one.
Wait, Tyler didn't say what he listened to.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't say what I listened to.
I 90% of the time listen to audiobooks, and then if I'm listening to music, it's my playlist, which is 90% Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I'm similar to Eden. I've honestly, the amount of music I've been listening to in the car has gone down by a ton because I've been listening to audiobooks pretty exclusively, but then I'll do podcasts or sometimes language lessons in the car.
Sometimes I just do nothing.
Yeah,
I
same.
hate
Like,
No,
I'm
I
nothing.
never do that.
I'm nothing.
I am
Audiobooks
driven.
or music.
No, sometimes I'm just like,
I don't
I
want to
need a
listen to
minute.
anything.
Dude,
with just
sometimes like
myself.
I get in Cole's heart and I'm like, please put something on.
Where do you think that comes from? Where do you think it stems from?
Just like needing stimulation or something.
Oh, okay.
Like it is just like I need to be like stimulated.
Like
in,
even
like,
if I were to do
I-
nothing,
Oh,
it would just
Gen
be
Z.
like lo-fi music in the background. But that's like I wouldn't drive
No.
with just no music.
No,
yeah,
I have this
sometimes.
I like
sorry.
just hearing the sound of traffic.
I have this playlist called My ADHD 100 Miles Per Hour, and it's all just fast songs. So it's just like this like quick like.
I know the song for running late to the airport.
What song?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, dun 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 dun.
And
dun.
you're like, oh no.
I can see
Dun
it.
dun da da dun dun da da dun dun da dun da da dun
But
da da dun.
okay.
Careful, we might get copyright.
No, I will say that's the biggest difference
this one
between
Oh,
me
1 minute.
me and my boyfriend is that
Ew.
he constantly needs to be listening to things, and that drives me a little insane sometimes.
He's part of the ADHD club.
I'm like, can we just sit here and not
No,
have
we
background
cannot.
noises?
But
I was
I
talking
have
to-
ADHD and I can.
But you also have OCD, and I feel like
What the hell does that mean?
I feel like
You have endometriosis.
no, but I'm saying I feel like that's like that part of your brain. I don't know. I just
They cancel each
Yeah,
other.
diagnose me.
you have been diagnosed. I'm not diagnosing you.
Weirdo.
Anyways,
Next potty time. Eden wanted. Eden wanted this. No, Gabrielle wanted this. Eden's health crisis.
I wanted this.
I think
I was going to. No, I said I was going to update because in the last one we had started talking about I was going to go to a cardiologist,
Oh.
and I am still on the hunt to figure out.
Did we actually post that episode though?
It
Oh, I
might-
think so. Because
Who knows?
she might have.
Give us an update. Are
Yeah.
you dying?
No.
Yay!
Yay! Is that
Actually,
one
I
time?
need one more round of blood
Oh.
work to determine
Dun
if
dun
I
dun.
have, if I have lupus or 3 other inflammatory diseases. And if
Okay.
I don't have those,
You're gonna turn into a werewolf.
what?
That's what lupus always makes me think of.
Because of Lupin from
Lupin.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not.
And she said, "Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Anyways,
I don't know."
I have been going through intensive testing. I have one more strenuous test I have to do, which is a stress test, and then I have to get some more blood work. But I've had an
It's just
EKG
them
and a
going through your
cardiogram.
hinge.
What?
The stress test.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Anyway, so update on that.
None of those exist.
Oh my
Crickets,
god.
crickets, crickets.
Uh oh.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, but anyways,
The camera said, "I'm done."
You're
Talk
done.
to that camera still.
Isn't there supposed to be a mic on that? Oh wait, no, we have mics now.
You dummy.
So yeah, update on that. I'm hopefully not dying, and they think they know what.
Well, we're pretty sure you are
Okay, I
not
think
dying. Just to
either
clarify.
Well,
way,
just to be even more clear, we're all dying. You're just not dying any faster.
Oh my god, I hate when people say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Technically, we're still in our growing phase. Like we're not.
No, I
away
think
yet.
technically there is a point at which you go over that hump, but I don't know.
There is at some point, but I don't think any of us have hit that yet.
Yeah, are you like?
I thought like your
90?
whole body dies and then you have like a new cells every like 5 years or something.
Do you?
I think
Yeah.
so,
You-
but I don't
because
know.
You're just
Dream podcast.
It's
Get
not-
a biologist so you can
I don't-
answer that question.
I don't think it's that you're dying. It's that you're replenishing your cells.
We're regenerating.
So like every 5 years. What?
Like
Was
regenerating,
there
like-
more to the health crisis?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
just think I'm doing well.
Good
Good.
So
job.
y'all like
Yay, Pookie.
y'all flailing these mics.
We
as
don't
you
all
talk.
have mic stands like you do.
Cole said, I get the best camera and I get the mic stand.
Sometimes that's how it goes. I bought this mic. We went through this.
Blah, 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 blah.
Eden also wanted to add this riveting discussion topic: people being late. Take it away. It's your.
It's
Poop
my
your brain.
It's my ick. I'm sorry. I just don't think it's that hard to not be late in the sense of like with, and I'm talking about in
I can see you're
particular
really
with
pushing right
plans.
now.
No, but like with plans, I think that there is a certain amount of like respect that people should hold to giving a time and sticking to that.
Like, I
agree.
agree. Life happens. Like, sometimes you're going to be late. But when people are like, I'm always late, or like they act like it's
their
quirky
identity.
that they're always late, like I'll admit it. Like, there's-
H8.
yes, there's times where I have obviously like made plans and I've like overestimated how long it was gonna take me to get ready, or like I didn't wake up early enough, or I didn't leave enough time for traffic, and I'm late to things.
But you
I'm
at least
always
text.
Yes, I text, I update, I send my Google Maps to be like, this is where I am, I'm on my way, because I know it's so frustrating, and I'm always like, oh my gosh, like, thank you for, like, waiting for me, I'm so sorry, but I'm never once like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so late, I'm so sorry,
Right.
because people, like, act like it's so funny, they're like, oh, I'm always late, and I'm like, that's
Do you
not
have friends
cute.
that do that or no? Is that
Well,
I am
I
that friend.
no, I have the opposite problem where I'm so chronically early to everything that everyone just feels like they're late to me all the time. So like yesterday, I got to Green a half an hour before I was supposed to be there.
Well, we
So I
gotta
had
bleep
to
that out.
wait. I got to a certain restaurant, nondescript,
So
and had to
literally every
wait
time
a
we
half
eat
an
there,
hour.
though, look at where we're eating.
we don't say the name?
But usually when I go somewhere, like in my head, I'm so worried about being late that I have to get there early. But then I just know I'm going to be waiting, so it doesn't feel like they're late. Like it's a thing.
I will say it was annoying because the other day I went somewhere and I did get there early, like way early, and before we were supposed to be meeting, and then they were late, so I was there for like
Right.
45 minutes.
That's
But
fine.
that was on me.
One time I was literally like, I was meeting a friend, and like I'm not friends with them anymore, but I was meeting them, and they literally were 45 minutes late to our lunch, and I was like,
Who?
I can't. No, I'll tell you after. But I just mean like to me, like, and that
Like, it's
honestly was like why I
disrespectful.
didn't hang out with them
Mhm.
again, because I was like, if you cannot value the fact that like I am sitting in my car.
Also, yes, I will piggyback off that. The
Yeah.
thing that
What?
the thing that bothers me more is once you're going to be late, the second the clock starts ticking past when you needed to have
Yeah.
left. So that's what bothers me more, is when people text at the time that they were supposed to meet you, and then they're like, oops, sorry, I'm going to be late. And like they haven't even left their house yet or anything. Where I'm like, the second I realize I am off my trajectory, I am texting, I have not left yet. I am running late. This is my new ETA, because then like they don't have to leave their house yet. Like they don't have to be
Yeah.
waiting for me extra
if
than
you
they need
know.
to. Yes. And I feel like people get too embarrassed to admit that they're late until it's like too late. And I'm like, let me know ahead of time.
I also think a lot of it is like so just self-absorbed, like where they just truly just don't think. It bothers them. Like we were gonna go somewhere with someone. Oh, we might be a little late. We're like, oh, okay, no worries. Like, yeah, we're just sitting down to eat. Like, you're just sitting down to eat. You're supposed to be there in 30 minutes. You're gonna eat with your family in 30 minutes, drive 30 minutes, and be here on time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
Yeah, my biggest thing is I just feel like, and I don't think they necessarily like all mean it as a like, oh, I'm not respecting your time. But to me, I'm like, the bottom line is they're not.
Right.
And again, life happens. You can be communicative about it, but just like having that be your identity of like, oh, I'm late all the time. I'm like, well, maybe you should
Do something about that.
do a little tweak in there to make
Yeah.
sure that you're not late.
Life hack: just shift your clock 10 minutes fast.
There we go. Miracle worker.
I actually did do that once. It was only 5 minutes, but it was really nice.
I know it is nice.
Like,
My kitchen clock is shifted, and all the time I'm like, oh shoot, when I'm trying to leave already early. But then I get in my car, and then that clock's normal, and I'm like, oh, I just got 10 minutes.
Yeah,
It's
I
nice.
tried doing that, except in my head, I'd be like, oh, I still actually have 5 minutes, and I would end up being late.
No, I
because didn't know
forget.
what time I actually was.
yeah.
Well, anyone else have anything they want to flush out of their mind?
I
Oh, this
think so.
This is where we're still. This is the part. We're still in potty time.
We have not exited. We will all be falling to the ground because our legs are numb.
Okay.
Well, I think that's it.
I do too.
Thanks for watching, guys.
That was kind of loud.
We're
A
back.
knee
I
slapper.
don't know.
Hopefully weekly. Gabriel's going to Hawaii, so we'll see what happens next week. But we're gonna try to do one.
Maybe we'll get a guest next week to fill in Gabriel's spot.
could.
But you can't have the first guest without me.
Well, what if it was like one of my friends and then
Yeah, because do you really want to be in the same room doing a podcast with Eden's friends? That'd be a
what does that even mean?
Cole said, "Let me just start
That is
dissing,
so rude.
dissing the guests before they're
no.
even here."
I mean, I just don't think Gabriel would like that energy.
I just feel like if
I don't
we're-
think that's Gabriel's thriving environment.
I think you're grasping at you trying to. fix
I
what
would
you
love
just said.
it.
We shall see what happens.
I can yap.
Come back next week for a new episode with or without a special guest.
There will
or
be
maybe
some
with
sort of
Gabrielle.
twist, whether it's with the
Something.
guest or not.
I think I would be the only one that hasn't had a fill in because like we had Eden, the mannequin,
Yeah.
for the one with just the three of us, and then we'll
Mhm.
have one without you.
Mhm.
I have to get my wisdom teeth out this summer, so.
Oh, maybe we should do a podcast with your wisdom teeth out.
Oh.
We just had to wheel him right from the or from the surgery. We're like, all right, sit on the chair and here's Mike.
Let's
Action.
go.
That actually would be really funny.
That would be funny.
Maybe we should. We can set it up at my house. So I can be on the couch.
Oh.
I was so tired when I got mine out, literally.
I was very emotional. I cannot imagine if I had to like if you whipped out
But
the
it would be
camera.
funny.
Dude, I literally would have probably
But it
started
also
throwing
depends
punches.
on like
Mine
what
are
you need to do
deep.
because
Mine are deep. They're gonna need a jackhammer to get those.
right,
bad
but that's
boys
what I
out.
mean. They're probably just gonna put you under versus like for Eden they gave her the laughing gas, so she was more loopy. Versus like for us, like we were just like out.
No, I was put under.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
And he was so laughy.
No, but like when you came to, like it wasn't the same.
True, I
Like
see what
you're
you're
still
saying.
just kind of groggy from being
Right.
under the anesthesia.
But the putting you out
Is what makes you
crazy.
goofy.
No, not putting you out is what like because Eden was still awake. She
It's
just
still,
was.
it's still would be funny.
No,
I think so.
even if you're under, it's just how you react to it.
Listen, none of y'all have a degree in anesthesiology. So I don't think you are
But I'm
qualified.
just
to say
saying,
this.
like
You
for
can't
all
even
those
make it. You
people
can't
who
even
have
make
the
a
videos, for all those people who have videos, they were people put under. Like it
That
was
was
very
a very
rare.
blanket
No,
statement.
it is.
that was a
because
bold
I
claim.
talked to my orthodontist about it. He said that it's very rare that people are actually awake for their wisdom teeth surgery. So that's what I'm saying. Like I wasn't a unique case of like, oh, she just had laughing gas. Like I was a rare case of like, oh, we're gonna keep you awake. So that's what I'm saying. Like all those Ellen clips, like those are from people. It's just how you react to the
we
anesthesia.
we can't say her name anymore.
To the anesthesia.
We'll see. We'll ask Sophie. We'll ask our doctor.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got to go. Thanks for joining. We'll see you guys next time.
Another episode. Bye.